to my Pregnancy Fitness Diaries. Today I'm going to be talking about some hip openers and hip stretches. So I asked one of my friends who's recently had a baby, I said, what would you have liked to know about or learn a little bit more about while you were pregnant? And she said hip openers, so this is in response to that. And I think whether you're pregnant or not, it's nice to do hip openers, so this can be done by anyone. Please don't do the exercises in this video, the stretches, if you have pelvic girdle pain, because that is a contraindication for these types of things. So yeah, just go easy, and also be very aware of relaxin in your system, okay? So pregnancy hormone relaxin causes you to be able to stretch a little bit further, but you want to be really mindful of that and watch out for that. So first of all, stepping one knee up, and my hip gets chopped off, but hey ho, you're going to push your hips forwards, and you should feel the stretch right here in the hip crease. So what really helps this is to reach the arms up and gently push forwards. Some people go too far into it and push their belly forwards. You want to stay more upright and tuck the pelvis under, because if you're doing this, it doesn't quite get that hip stretch as deeply and as effectively. So leaning slightly into it, pelvis just slightly tucked, reaching the arms up. If I show you that from the front, you're going to have your knee propped up, leaning forwards slightly into this hip. And then also I find effective is to lift one arm up and reach over towards the bent knee. That enhances the stretch up through this side, and you also get it a little bit in your side as well, which is nice too. So they're obviously doing that on the other side. Knee up, hips tucked, reaching up with the arms. And be careful of taking the knee far over the toes here, because a lot of people force into it and let the heel come up. That's too far and too much pressure on the knee, so you want to stay back. If you feel like you're not getting it, maybe take this knee back. Yeah, so that's instantly stretched a little bit more. Reaching up, and as I showed you with the other side, reach up and just arch over a little bit. So that's a really nice one, and just stay for that. Stay in that for as long as possible. Another one which looks slightly hilarious to onlookers, but is lovely, so who cares, is you want to get your knees nice and wide, a little bit like a frog, and then just lower your torso. So you should be feeling it on the inside thighs here, and you can get yourself as low as is comfortable, legs falling back behind your knees, maybe bent in, it's up to you. If that's tricky to stay there, you could always prop yourself up on something like so, but it's really nice to just stay in this one and breathe into it. And because it's quite an intense one, be very slow when you come out of it, so propping yourself up, gradually taking the knees back in. This is really important to do that slowly and coming back in. Another one which I've shown in another video is to sit with your feet touching and knees dropping out to the side like so. If you're sitting in that and you're really rounded through your back, so like so, you want to try and sit a little bit more upright. So if that's tricky, you could either sit on a bolster or use a yoga brick or some cushions, and that should help you to stay a little bit more upright. So just letting the knees drop out. And this one's really nice to do in bed actually. So you just very gently get down onto your back, place the soles of the feet together, and just let your arms flop out to the sides and just breathe into that, creating space here. And if you stay here for several breaths, a few minutes, then over several days this is really going to help you to feel more open in this area. So gravity is just letting the knees drop, and it's nice to relax in. So carefully coming up to sit from that, and then another one you can just do lying down really simply is to just lie with one knee to your chest So holding that knee obviously to the side of your bump, and the other leg just hangs out straight. People with tight hips, this might look really easy, but people with tight hips, sometimes that leg is up here, can't even touch the floor. It might be best to put the foot down in that case, but try and let that leg out straight so that, like I said before, gravity is helping that stretch happen. Sometimes it's nice to take the leg out to the side a little bit more. I'm feeling that, and then this knee can go a little bit wider so you're getting quite a diagonal stretch there, but I'm feeling that quite a lot in my hips. So obviously just slowly bringing back in, especially if you've stayed there for quite a while. And the other side, so snuggling that knee into your chest, other leg straightens, and maybe goes out to the side, and maybe this one out to the side, creating space. So being nice and slow with those, but those should help. So try the lying ones, those are nice and restful. Try the more active ones on your knees, those are really good. But yeah, let me know how you get on as usual. I'd love to hear your comments, so post below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks, bye.